Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I want to start off with Eric and Jada because Jada kind of pissed me off in this scene. So Jada tells Eric that, she had an abortion. And, Eric is surprised because at first she's like, hey, do you need to sit down? Do you need this? Do you need that? And she just kind of blurts it out. And he's really shocked and he's taken back. And she says something along the lines of "my body, my choice." And I'm like, whoa, boo. First of all, don't. You might want to start with that first of all, because one, he was actually supportive for that when he first found out that she was pregnant. He literally said that he was going to support her on no matter what she decided. Two, the reason why that pissed me off was because she tried to make it seem like, you know, like he didn't give her the reaction that she expected. Like he was supposed to be just like totally okay with it. And granted, yeah, I 100% agree. My body, my choice. My issue was that you didn't even bother to give him a heads up. You just you act like y'all weren't just gonna run into each other at some point, you know. And so he was like, well, why didn't you sit there and just call me and let me know? She just like, well, I figured you was going to try to talk me out of it. You don't even really know him that well. How did you just, you assumed what you thought he was going to do, but you didn't ask him. You didn't sit there and just get his actual opinion. You just, oh, I'm just going to sit there and just write it off like, oh, I think you're going to do this, so there's no point. Wow. Okay. So after that, he's trying to be supportive. He's like, hey, you need something to eat or whatever. You need me to help you to your room. And she says something along the lines of, no, that was that was my nice way of snitching, telling you to just get out, get out of my face or get out of my life. And she said, well, the next time we see each other, I may not be so friendly. Now, how did he do? I mean, yeah, get it. I get the fact that he took a very scumbagish way of cheating on her and then telling her afterwards, by the way, I want to sit there and be my ex-wife. Okay, that was terrible. But besides that, which I know that sounds bad, you act like he did something to you. I mean, you literally sit there and tell him out the blue, oh, by the way, I changed my mind, and well, that's it. And then you expect him to just be like, oh, okay, all right. And when she says, well, you're off the hook now, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't know. In this episode, she really just pissed me off. Um, but now he's pissed off. Now he's pissed off and he wants to sit there and talk to Nicole. Now Nicole is not there doing her usual whining of, oh, I don't know if we're gonna really be together because she's having a baby, this, that, and the third. And what I didn't, and because I didn't do a review yesterday, and she said something along the lines of maybe it'd be better if the baby just wasn't born or whatever. It'd be better for everyone else that's involved. I don't even understand as a mother how she can actually utter those words out of her mouth. That that just mm, that blew me so much. I was like, wow, this chick Nicole is a real POS. Capital P, capital O, capital S. And of course, she's sitting there whining, and Brady's like, "Yo, listen, he loves you. He wants to be with you. He's going to make it work. You need to make this work. And you need to not screw up." Eric walks in, and Eric's like, "Yo, listen, I need to talk to her." So when he leaves, he slams the door, and she's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Yo, oh, that's what it was." Because she was like, after talking to Nicole, she realized this, that, and the third about pregnancy, and maybe it's not good for me to have a baby or whatever. But then she even says in the same breath, maybe Nicole kind of did this with like nefarious reasons or whatever. I don't know. I was like, maybe you don't know. You knew exactly why she did that. You can't, I was like, you can't be this stupid, right? You can't be this dumb. Now, my whole thing, again, if that's what she would decided from jump. I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, she did what she did. It's her body. It's her choice. I 100% agree and respect that wholeheartedly. But I think the way that she went about it with Eric is what pissed me off the most about her. And you know, yeah, Nicole could have planted the seed, but at the end of the day, it was Jada's choice. So I don't fully blame Jada's decision on Nicole. Her selfish thinking is what I'm mostly upset about with Nicole. And so when he walked in and he was like, "Oh, did you encourage Jada to sit there and have an abortion?" She just has that surprised look on her face, that surprised dumb look on her face, like what? Is it a surprise that we see what they're saying to you? I don't understand how she just has that look on her face. I was like, can you just have some boobs and just tell them the truth and just warming up or whatever? But of course, she's gonna stand there with this whole playing victim mentality. Like, oh, well, I just kind of said, and I just thought it was the right thing to do. And the hell is wrong with you? Like, you can't be this dumb. I just sometimes when characters sit there and say something stupid, like stupid to the point where you're just like, how do you have a job? How do you manage to tie your own shoes to that? I'm very curious about those things. Um, Now with that being out the way, and this is again, I didn't talk about this because of it was just late and I was just tired and I was like, let me just go to bed. And then get to do the review. Johnny confronting EJ about this Stefan mind control, or not mind control, but like um brainwashing. It's like, bro, your grandmother just got killed in a horrific accident. And you really want to sit there and play the moral high ground of telling him, oh, what you're doing is wrong, and this, that, and the third. And this is after he admits it. I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, this is clearly not the right time to get on whatever little high horse you're on, you know? And granted, this is after he found out about Ava or whatever, but he was just like, it's wrong what you're doing. EJ is like, yo, listen, I don't, I already lost my mother. I don't need to sit there and go to prison or anything like that. This is after he tells him the truth. So Stefan comes back, and of course, Johnny lies. Now, the same thing on the other side when Gabby leaves to act like a 12-year-old. Shen eventually tells the truth, and he tells Wendy not to say anything. Just like, listen, I don't want to lose my job. I think he'd probably go to prison or whatever, but he's like, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose the girl. You're my sister. They talk about some story where it's like he impressed some sort of girl, or whatever, and um, I don't know if she said anything back then, but she's like, yo, listen, just like the time before when we were kids, I need you to sit there and have my back. And she agrees. I mean, she doesn't like it, but she agrees. And later on, when they get together, they agree, this is not, we shouldn't be sitting there. We can't do this. We can't sit there and turn them in. Even though this is 100% wrong. Like, this just feels wrong. This is for the best. Now, again, when I sit there and say Gabby acts like a 12-year-old, that's exactly what she does with the whole, oh, what are y'all doing? Are you going to come to my wedding, this, that, and the third? And it's like, bro, go away. Like, what is wrong with you? Just kick rocks or something. Don't you have something to do? Like, anything? Um, Now, of course, Stefan says, I'll talk her into it. But the minute that Gabby leaves, Chloe's not with it. Because, one, she doesn't really want to go, probably. I don't think that she really likes Gabby too much, and on top of that, Brady's gonna be there, and she's like, I don't want to deal with that. So Steph was like, no, it's fine. We'll just sit there and be like, we're not gonna go, and that's the end of that. And so, they agree. They both agree not to go. She winds up running into Brady because it's a small town, and clearly, it sucks to actually have breakups and then see each other the next day and so forth. feel like that might be about it. I mean, all in all, I would sit there and say this was actually a really good episode. Yesterday was a good episode. Today was actually a better episode. So I didn't watch Y&R, so I can't sit there and say fully which one is the best. But out of the three that I saw between B&B, GH, and Days, I would sit there and say this was actually number two. And I can't believe it. Don't get me wrong, Days was on fire today. Okay, Days was actually really good. But GH actually stepped up. And I guess I don't know if my expectations was just so low of GH, but they actually stepped up today. All in all three of them was good so far. So you can't go wrong with either one you watch first. Again, I didn't watch YNR, but YNR has been stepping up the game, so um, I wouldn't be too surprised if YNR wasn't good either. With that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, before I go, I just want to sit there and say again, I made a separate video, but one of my amazing subscribers named Jakaris is also doing Days of Our Lives review. He already put out one review. I really enjoyed it, so definitely support him. Um, the link will be in the other video. Yeah, I'll put it in the description box below. But with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.